This week in Sedgefield. Did you at any point during the electrical and water crisis just feel like, what if it doesn't come back on?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
It's a scary thought.
It's a very scary thought. Especially when we didn't have cell phone
signal. That's
signal.
Right. Mm.
Vodacom needs a slap upside the head.
And MTN.
Was MTN down as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, everything
was.
was.
Because the Vodacom tower, that goes at the drop of a hat.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. When the power goes, the Vodacom tower goes.
Oh, really? Okay. MTN still has a while, and then it eventually dropped off, which was really not ideal.
No, Vodacom was like straight away.
Done. Well, we're out of it, thankfully, now.
Yes, we are.
Things are looking on the up. Things are looking better.
We're had back. 2 weeks without.
Yeah. 2 weeks without. 2 weeks without recording. 2 weeks without episodes.
Yes.
I missed you.
I missed you too. But next time I'll aim a bit more carefully.
Thank you very much. I'll take my hat off so you have no signal. Well, this week we are back and we're going to be speaking about what's been happening over the past while, what's coming up. We're going to be speaking, of course, about the water and power situation, but getting a bit more specific rather than just reflecting on how we didn't have any of that. We're going to be speaking about some horses because they need a good talking to. There's an arts festival coming around, which is really, I know you're probably more excited than anybody I've ever seen about it. They're not even standing up right now. You just started skipping. It's quite amazing. And then we're going to speak a little bit about the Lions as well. We're going to be speaking about a few things in and amongst all of these as well. Yeah. Much as we remember things, as we remember how to do this, how to actually speak.
I know. It's
into a microphone.
Crazy. Yes.
Am I doing it?
Is electricity? I don't know. I can't see for the glare of bright lights in the studio. I'm not used to such lighting.
Tell us a funny story, would you?
I have a story. Yeah, a story to tell of. It was in George. I was in George meeting someone for lunch, and I have to confess that I broke the beer limit. So there's a beer limit. I've never been able to work out whether it's 1 or 2 beers before you must not drive anymore. But it was someone I hadn't seen for a long time. So, I caution to the wind. I had a few beers. And so I decided, look, I can't drive. So I phoned a friend who lives in George and I said, can you give me a lift? He said, no, I can't. And I've got family staying with me at the moment. So, so he said, but do what everybody else does. Use the Go George bus. So I said, what? Is that okay? He says, yeah, take the bus home. So I decided I'd give that a try. Because apparently he said to me, there's police checking people, whether they're drinking or not, and it's just not worth the risk. So rather take a bus. So I did.
Okay.
A whole new experience. It was wonderful. Every time the bus got to a police check, they just waved the bus on. It was quite something. Quite a new experience for me because I've never driven a bus before. And I'm wondering, do they come and fetch it from my house? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, that's my story.
That's your story, and you are sticking to it. I didn't see it coming. You told me before that you got a story and I'm not allowed to interrupt you.
Yeah, I thought you would see it coming.
I didn't see it coming out.
Okay.
I had no idea where it was going, but I'm glad it went there. Thank you so much for that laugh to start us off, because we haven't been laughing about the water and power situation.
Yeah.
It has been honestly deathly serious. It has been scary. It has been very unpleasant.
Very unpleasant. Very smelly.
Yeah.
Because not many people could shower.
Exactly.
And even those who could shower, who had water to shower, didn't want to shower in cold water.
Yes.
Because it was cold as well.
Yeah.
Cold and dark.
It was a cold and dark time.
So I think the big discussions that have been going on and what we were trying to put across on our front page of the newspaper was that we could understand where where the power cut came from.
Of course, yeah.
I was in George actually
yeah.
on the Monday when remember we had the 3-day power cut, then we had
Yeah.
a weekend of power, then on the Monday the wind started pumping.
That's it, yeah.
And I watched as trees lifted the pavement. We were parked waiting to cross an intersection or something, and you could see the pavement lifting on these trees. So
Unbelievable.
I can understand. I know there's been a bit of debate as to whether or not on these on the farms was Eskom, had they sort of done their is it servitude or whatever?
Yeah,
had they cleaned the trees up?
Did they maintain it? Did they maintain the servitudes that they have, which is
Yeah.
in their leases? Yes, they should have.
They should
but
have. But
a
I'm
lot of things
inclined
stacked
to
up.
believe a lot of those trees were big, and it wasn't like something that grew up overnight. They've been
Yeah.
standing for decades.
Oh no, absolutely. Which that's one of the issues. But sure, even if it's just that, but one of the major issues was access to
Access,
that,
yeah.
and that's where it hadn't been looked after. Being able to actually access the lines, that was one of the big reasons.
Yeah, but steep inclines and
Yeah.
it's I don't know. Anyway, so we can understand. In my mind, I can understand. It wasn't a regular storm. It was
That's right.
hectic.
Yeah.
Wind. Something like. I've got the statistic in my paper here somewhere.
Yeah.
On the George Golf Course.
Fan court, was it? I heard they
No,
had
the
a.
George Golf Course.
sorry,
Oh,
yes.
was it George? Was it Fancourt? Anyway, they had how many trees?
Oh, you-
263 trees on one golf course were
Yeah.
blown over.
That's a lot of trees.
That's a lot of trees.
I-
As I say, not your average storm.
Yeah, someone counted all of those.
Yeah. But what happened, as is common knowledge in Sedgefield, that was because of the storm
Yeah.
and the power outage, our water system was down.
And should it have been?
Should it have been is the question, because the ratepayers pointed it out, as did our councillor, or both our councillors.
Mm-hmm.
There's a generator there
Yes,
for this very purpose.
For
A
just the-
standby generator.
for just the time as this.
Absolutely. Stand by your generator.
Mm.
And it was not working.
It did not
It
work.
did not function.
No,
it
but
had not been maintained.
And the SRA, they released a statement in the midst of this saying that they went and visited the site,
Yes.
that the generator seemed to be all right, but it wasn't communicating with the control panel. They were assured it was going to work while they were there, and then it suddenly didn't.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't working, was still the main
And
communication.
there was a thing about parts being needed and what have you. But look, a standby generator has one job.
That's it.
One job.
One
and that
job.
is to work. It's
When you need it.
When you need it.
Yes.
It's no use having a standby generator that doesn't work when you need it. So test it once in a while, once a week maybe. I'm saying once an hour now.
Yes.
But no. Like, test it once a week or once a month or whatever.
Surely.
Has it been looked after, or has it been used elsewhere and messed up? I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
asking those questions because something of that magnitude
For an entire
should not-
town.
Yeah.
This is, and
You
Karate
cannot
as well.
have a town running out of water.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Unless, Anyway, so that has been the huge complaint on everyone's lips. I think everyone's back now. I think yesterday and today, the last few households started trickling with water.
So we're quite high up, and our water started coming back. The one evening dropped off a little bit, and then more again. I saw one photo, I think it was from Emily Vale, the Ward 1 councillor, saying that the pressure is restored and it is right. But please do let your ward councillor know if that's not the case. If you don't have pressure, if you still got water issues, it could be something else that's going wrong.
Absolutely, yeah. Beverly Hills was badly affected in
Is it?
Smutsville and Colomaioli.
Oh boy,
Those were I think the last two
Oh really?
to come back on. Quite something, because that's really across the board. That's the wealthiest and the poorest.
Exactly. I mean, Beverly Hills is a shining example.
Yeah.
Of,
So that was, and I had a long chat with Lavelle on Tuesday, and he said it's actually very difficult to work out how the water flows. We know it flows downhill, but he said you would find one house on a street would be working with water.
That's
and
what we
then
found.
4 doors down, nothing, no water.
Yep.
So it's crazy.
Exactly the case
And
with
then
us.
we had the water tanks being, the tankers coming in, but people were saying, no, it's dirty.
Yeah,
it's
we didn't
not
want to
nice
drink
water. So we don't know where that water. Then there's also been questions as to who got that tender for the tankers. Were they municipal tankers, or was it awarded to someone?
Yeah.
Was that they said the water was coming from Knysna?
Yes. And some of them was from the disaster relief from,
Yeah.
I think, the Garden Routes District Municipality. Yeah.
And then we see that article in the Herald
That's right.
that came out, not the
Yes.
Knysna Plet, the one in the Port Elizabeth,
Yeah.
the Herald from Port Elizabeth, saying that because of the malfunctioning of the infrastructure, Knysna is short of water.
I couldn't
Again.
believe it. That's where I sent you that gif of that wrestler having a big old laugh and then going serious face quite soon after.
How can that be?
It's laughable, but not.
It's like we've had so much water.
It's-
200 and something mils
Yeah, it was something
in one day.
In some areas, it was as much as that. Yeah, absolutely. And then we were still in a water crisis.
What's going on?
Oh,
How
man.
can we be in a water crisis?
It does feel like there is an awful lot to complain and to
Yeah.
rant about, isn't there?
Yes, to rant about.
What do we do about that?
What Chris is doing, dear listener, is he's referring to a monster I created.
You did. All right,
So
Frankenstein.
I'll give you a quick bit of background. There is a safety and security group, which, and I once again will implore our listeners, don't put stuff on the safety and security group that isn't emergency. The reason it's
What if
there,
my moonflowers have just budded? Can I?
Yeah.
That's important
you see,
to me.
people like you. So what happens on that, there's quite a few people who are admins on that group who have to react in moments of security or safety.
Yes.
So if someone's father has collapsed on the floor and they need emergency help, they'll put it on that group as well as phoning whatever numbers. If someone is being broken into, they'll put it on that group. If they've got someone in their premises that, an emergency basically. So people on Friday, the dreaded Friday, last Friday, where we just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
People started complaining on the group and saying, how long is this going to go on for? What is the municipality doing? How we need to get these people out of power, all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So they were told, please don't do that. This is a safety and security group. But they carried on. And then the admin turned the group comments off to give people a chance to
Stop it. Yeah.
But as soon as they turned it back on, they carried on.
Just continued.
So I thought I would try something. So I started a new WhatsApp group called the Sedgefield Open Rant Group. Something along those lines, anyway. And I saved a link on the safety and security group.
I saw it on a few of the
My
groups.
goodness.
Yeah.
Within an hour or two, I think it was 205 members.
Oh wow, yeah.
The messages poured in and poured in and poured in and poured in. And I'm just looking at it now. On the latest count of messages, this is in 5 days, 6 days,
Yeah.
we have 2,021 messages on that group. That's how angry people are.
Yeah. And you know what? It's understandable.
Yeah.
In a certain way, it's a really interesting experiment because are people just spurring each other on? Are we spiraling? I'm not sure, but it's great for people to actually be able to raise these issues in some platform, in some way.
I think it started a lot of discussion. There is a lot of ranting.
Yeah,
there's
well,
a lot
that's
of
what it
call
is.
to action.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of discussions. There's
Yeah.
a lot of suggestions. But look, everyone needed to get something off their chest.
Yeah.
Even if it was the gravy from the frozen pie that you're forcing down.
Save it for later. We don't know. We don't know how long we're going to have this food thing.
Well, the freezer's defrosted.
Exactly, that's what
I've got to eat raw meat now. So my goodness, it
went wild.
It went wild. It's still going wild.
Yeah, well, you managed to export all of those messages into text. We threw that into AI, and what we've done is we've actually made that into a little website as a Dear Knysna Municipality website. So hopefully this will give a little bit of something for maybe the Knysna Municipality to look at.
I have to correct you there.
Yes?
You've done that because I wouldn't have a clue what to do. Well, well done.
Oh, thank you very much. I prompted.
What Chris has done is he's created very quickly using AI a website with everything, not everything on, but
it's kind of a summary of it.
Summary.
We haven't checked it too much. We've just done it, and I'll maybe we'll even, if you do have a look at it, let us know in the comments. We can update it. We can try to add more onto it. It is light. It is very colorful, and we'll put the link in the description. Let us know what you think of it. But it says, Dear Knysna Municipality, love Sedgefield's open rant group. We made you a colorful website because the real world is looking a bit gray right now. And on here, at the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or so kind of the main issues that were kind of coming out from this and the summaries of it. So obviously the water situation was the biggest one being complained about. We've got some quotes from that we're not sure about what's actually coming out of the taps, out of the tanks. We could summarize that into we'd rather not glow in the dark. Is the tap water or the tanker water safe, or should we buy stock in Spa and in Oasis water? Some of the funnier, not funnier ones are the lowered expectations. So we've got a few quotes here, things like, local communities are expected to lower their expectations. The translation for all of these and the summary really is, you've set the bar so low, it's becoming a tripping hazard. We're challenging the status quo, and this is one we'll speak about just kind of as we go along. Take a read through it. I'm not going to go through all of it now, but please do let us know what you think. We do have the definition of insanity here. So the quote from the group, how long do we keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result? We're officially tired, so that was the quote from the group. We're officially tired of voting for the same potholes and the same brown water. There is a lot of trying to break this habit. The community wanting to organize a little bit better, to ask questions, to challenge people, make a choice. We've just had to be, So this is it really over there. This was compiled with excessive caffeine and civic duty. Please fix the water is the summary from those about 2000. It hasn't got it from today.
2021. Oh, and it's climbing.
Yep.
Sorry, another 3 have come through.
Oh.
So that's 2024.
So one of the main things that I would say came out of that and is one of the big discussion points is with the municipal elections coming up. I mean, the DA is campaigning hard and I think doing pretty well in their communications. Honestly, saying exactly what actions they have taken. I was greatly encouraged where a lot of people were saying that, for example, Cleone, the Ward 2 councillor, wasn't doing a whole lot and and all of this. And she kind of laid out very clearly all the steps that she took, raising many of these same complaints that we have. But
Lavelle himself has also put a big statement out, a hard-hitting statement.
That's right. Very clear, very good to hear. But one of the key cards that we have here on the site and that came out from the discussions is entitled Ditching the Big Brands. The one quote is, for me, the only fit I found was choose CX. I know that won't sit well with some DA supporters and in other areas, probably not with ANC or PA supporters either. The major parties are losing us. This is what kind of is coming out. And remember, this isn't my opinion. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've still got to think about it.
No, it's definitely come up in many comments. I certainly haven't read all the comments.
No, of course not. I don't think it's possible.
I just can't keep up.
Yeah, I should put it in AI.
Somebody said to me, I owe them data because they're spending their whole time on it.
Well, they chose to go.
It's definitely a lot of people who have a lot more time than I have and lots of people coming in and out. But yes, there is definitely... Well, the platform has been used by various people to ask the question, are we hitting our head on the same wall
That's it.
over and over again and expecting a different result.
There you go. That's the
So
quote. Yeah.
they are pushing the choose. I think we mentioned it last time. Choose CX.
Yeah, CCX. They asked
yeah.
us to refer to them as that,
Yeah.
CCX, but choose CX.
Yeah. So and there's a meeting coming up
On the 27th of May.
27th of May. So it's a difficult. This choose CX thing is a difficult thing to understand because they say they are apolitical.
Yeah, I was very confused by that.
Yeah, but they are standing in the election.
Mm.
So I think I'm getting my head around it now because what they're saying is they are standing in the election, but they are not political. So
Okay.
by way of standing in election, you become political. But what they're saying is they're not affiliated with the big brands, with the DA and the ANC. So they want to take, even though they're being politically elected, if they are successful, they want to take politics out of local government.
Yeah.
So national politics out of local government.
That's it, because a lot of what is happening, or what does seem to be happening and going wrong, is almost infighting amongst the politicians and then the municipality, the local peoples and smaller communities bearing the brunt of that.
Yeah, there is a lot of, and we saw a direct result of national politics changing local government when the PA leadership, the Patriotic Alliance leadership, had a fallout nationally with the Democratic Alliance leadership. And so the Democratic Alliance, the DA, who had formed a coalition with the PA in Knysna, lost them.
Yeah.
Which meant they lost the majority. Their coalition lost the majority because there was the DA, the Kim, and the PA, which got the majority.
Yep.
So that was a direct result of the national politics.
Exactly.
So choose basically is saying we want local people, on the ground people.
Yeah.
Once again, we asked the question. It does sound great, but we also asked the question, is it going to dilute the DA vote? And DA supporters will say, come on, don't make that same mistake again.
Exactly. That
we don't know. We do know we have 2 DA councillors that I get on very well with them. I think they're active. I think they're good at their jobs.
I do too. Good communication. You hear them being vocal in the municipal meetings. I haven't listened to one for a little while, but they raise the issues. It does feel like they want to help, and I know they're going to have a lot of critics, but that's just what's going to happen. It's totally understandable. And they're saying the communication I get from them is exactly what you say there. Don't dilute the vote. And this is an interesting one because things can't carry on like this.
No, they can't.
Ultimately, something has to change in there. Now, what they're saying is change it so that more votes come to the DA. We've got a majority, so that doesn't happen. And people are saying, yes, we don't want to dilute the votes, but let's go on to someone else entirely. And that's what I think Choose CX is going for. Now, would they be able to do that? This is just one of the big questions there. Would they be able to do that in such a short space of time? And this for me is the most important one. What do they bring to the table that would be different from what the DA is doing? Is it just that they're not nationally or provincially affiliated? Is that the biggest draw card? Because if you look on their website, their campaign is very nicely done, very informative and good, and they've got kind of lots of propositions and things like that. But from what I can see, it's basically all the same stuff that the DA is saying that they need to fix, that we all know needs to be fixed. Infrastructure, strong leadership, good governance. Potholes is one of the things that they list on there. They do, because we know it's a big thing.
It is. Potholes is not a. Well, I suppose it has become a national campaign now, but it is a local thing. Yeah, it is very, very difficult because both sides make sense. So you almost want to get everyone together and say, okay, guys, we have to make a decision as a group.
Yes.
And I must say, look, all the other parties, and we're talking about Choose CX and the DA, because the other parties have said nothing.
I haven't heard anything from Kim, from ANC, from PM. Maybe I'm just in the wrong demographic or in the wrong place.
It could be because our councillors, so I mean, we certainly would give them equal airtime if they said something, but they're not saying anything.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very difficult choice to have to make. And we obviously every voter has that decision to make, and all we can do is report on what we hear.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I've got a solution to the potholes.
Have you?
Horses.
There you go. You can't put horses in potholes.
You can. It makes it very smooth.
Okay.
They've been used for glue before.
Well, thank goodness that Chris wasn't around when these horses needed rescuing, which is our next story.
It is. What happened? Well, I know a little bit of what happened because I got to work the market. I got to store that was really cool. Yeah. It was very beautiful. And there in the back behind Slow Roast, behind the engine, were a good 30 or so horses. And that was cool to see. Why were they there?
So they were on, I think it's Rondaflay, the road that leads to Outward Bound. You know, the gravel road that goes off around the back of Cloud9. And everyone knows there's a lot of horses there, stables with horses. I think it's Rhythm Riding Centre.
That's it.
One word. If people point out in the paper that the words shouldn't be joined, that is the name. It's joined. Okay. Rhythm Riding. One word. Rhythm Riding.
Rhythm Riding.
Okay. Rhythm Riding. So they... the river mouth was opened. Because the water was coming up. The river mouth was opened, and they thought, okay, everything's chilled. The power was off. So the story goes that they told us was that they were quite relaxed because the river mouth was open. They thought the waters won't come up anymore. But there was such big rains during the night. They woke up and the thing. So these horses were like. They said they were up to their forearms in water.
They got forearms?
Well, I thought horses had forearms.
I thought they were legs.
It was forelocks. Anyway,
forelocks.
But that was the thing. They were up to their forearms, or forelegs in water, and they were huddled and in a place. And apparently, horses eat kind of non-stop.
Yeah.
They do like to eat a lot, and they need to eat to keep the roughage and all that in their stomachs.
Okay.
So obviously there was nothing for the horses to eat because they were underwater.
To drink.
So they managed at night to get the horses onto a sort of a semi-drier piece of land, a little bit higher, and then think, what on earth we're going to do now?
Yeah.
So the water came up even more by daylight.
Whoa.
They had to find a place for them. So here comes Earth.
What's
5008? 5008.
To the rescue.
To the rescue. That controversial Earth became quite a polite Earth, actually.
Oh, good. Yeah, there we go.
The owners, Ian Sparks is one of the owners of the Earth. And they sort of came through and said, okay, we have this huge open parking lot here. Would that work? And the horse owners said, I think 31 horses.
30-something, 30 odd, wow.
So, they
cool.
managed, and they said, what an amazing community.
Oh, yeah.
The people came to help.
That's cool.
Because horses are jittery. And by the morning, the water was like waist high. And so these horses needed to be led out. The ground was apparently a real mess because there was mole holes and all that, causing suction because of all the mud and everything. Man. They reckon it was hectic.
Yeah.
The traffic police came along. And
really?
It was an amazing thing.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And I took my granddaughter along to watch the horses being released into the paddock.
Oh, cool.
It was amazing. It was lovely.
That's very, very cool.
That was the horse rescue. And I'm speaking too much on things like that. Have we got time?
No,
yes, that was good.
Well,
the horses are back home now.
Are they? Okay,
no more
that's
long
what I want
faces. They're quite happy. So that was a great Sedgefield thing.
None of us will have long faces because coming up in June, there is an art festival. Should we speak more about it next week? Because I know that there are a few things that we do want to speak about. we are running a little bit short
but
on time.
Mark your diaries. Let's just say that.
And check
18
out
to 25 of 25th June. Yeah.
That's it. We've got plenty of time to speak about it, and we'll definitely speak about it more. There are a whole bunch of details already in the Edge, this edition.
Yes,
That's good to very, very good to see. Very exciting to see.
Page 3.
Oh, turn to page 3. Right now, I don't have it's not in front of me. I don't know what to do. And then one last thing that we just want to say a big congratulations to, and that just how cool it is that the Lions are now 40 years old.
Yes, not all of them. No, the Lions Sedgefield is 40 years old.
Okay.
Turning 40.
Yes.
And I mean, we all know what they do in our community. They
they wear red.
Yeah, maybe they joined the EFF. I don't know. No, they really make a huge difference. It's one of those charities that walks the walk as well as talking the talk, which all of Sedgefield charities do, actually.
Yeah.
But they're great, and they support other charities as well. So there's a nice write up, and it talks about the history of the Lions and the Lions building. It used to be one of the buildings used to be a chicken coop.
Oh, really?
On someone's farm. That's where they used to meet.
Yeah.
And then they needed to get a bigger building in Sedgefield, and Plet Lions let them know quite a few years ago that they're closing down, and they had this wooden building that.
Oh, cool!
So the Sedgefield Lions got in a truck and went, took the building down, loaded it onto the truck, and brought it back and put it up where it is now on the village
amazing.
green. And it's become quite a thing of Sedgefield because people hold functions there, people hold meetings there. They often have like really good fun evenings there.
Oh, absolutely.
And we just love the local Lions. They're just wonderful people.
In a big way. We didn't get a chance to speak too much about that area as well. I saw that there is there are a few places that are still flooded and places that are struggling with pumps and all that. I think we'll probably be...
sewage pumps.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to have to speak about those
and
as well.
And it's right by a children's playground.
Right.
Come on, people, do the job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not a good note to end on.
No, it isn't.
A brown note is not a good one to end on.
Can I say it was a bit of a crap note to end on? But look, we will persevere. We will keep on. I have never, ever appreciated electricity.
Oh, man,
more.
So thankful.
My goodness, it was like I rediscovered my radio, my TV.
You just walk into a room, it's full daylight.
I light up a whole room because
just switching
hit
the
switch.
Yeah, you do. You just flick things
water.
on. Yeah.
Who would have thought hot water was so nice?
I know. It's so good.
It's beautiful.
All right, everyone, have a fantastic week.
Yep, see you next week.